Hi everyone, GK here, and I just got done working out and I feel great. I just read about 25 pages of my favorite book of the week, and now I'm gonna go and just be productive and do productive things today. But the reason why I'm making this video is I want to touch on a couple things. One, I want to touch on people that are out there right now and just thinking that their life is not where it needs to be, that maybe they've kind of given up on life. They think that they're too old to have success, they're too old to have a successful relationship. And I want you guys to do something for me right now. If you're feeling that way, I want you to do this. I want you to take that deep breath. What do you feel when you take that deep breath? You're probably going to say you feel clean air, but no, what you feel is that you're alive, that you're actually alive, and which means that is a proof that there is hope for you to do better things in life, that your time here on earth is not gone, that you are still here to do something great. And until you can't breathe anymore, at that point, maybe, I guess at that point you could say, your chances of success, your chances of a happy life are over. But as long as you're breathing, I don't care, what your demographic is. I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care what your education is. I don't care what your age is. You have hope, and that is the proof of hope that you have a chance to do something better with your life. And change, guys, does not take a long time. Okay. The decision to change your life can take a long time. It can take a decade. But once you decide to change, once you decide that I'm going to get in shape, and you run to the grocery store and you buy healthy food and you go get a gym membership, or you decide to start your own home-based business because you want to make more money, once you actually make the decision and you actually take the action to change, it happens like this, okay? And those of you that are actually being successful and you are under a lot of stress because you're burning both ends of the candle, I want you to understand that it's the small stuff that's going to get to you. What I mean is, as you're going through life, you're going to maybe stop taking calls from your wife. Maybe you're going to start, forgetting to go to birthday parties because you're so busy. You're so caught up in the big picture of life. You have to become successful. You have to make all this money. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. When the day that you do pass and you are no longer here, and let's say you own 15 rental properties, or let's say it's kind of like Monopoly. Let's say you own Park Place in Monopoly. Let me tell you something. All that stress to get to the big picture, and you're going to forget all the little small things throughout life, the important little things that you're going to forget about because you're trying to get that big picture. Once you pass away, guys, that Park Place and all the hotels and all the little houses go back in the box, okay? And the game is over. And guess what? A new generation of human beings are going to buy Park Place and buy those hotels, and they're going to be fighting and stressing out over all those things. So I need you to understand that it's the small things in life that are going to get you while you're trying to get to that big picture. So don't lose sight of the small things, okay? Have any of you ever been bit by a lion? No. Have you ever been bit by a shark? Probably not. But a lot of you have been bit by a mosquito, right? And those mosquito things hurt. You see what I'm saying? It's the small things in life that are going to get you, not the big things. That's my message for today. I hope you guys are having a productive day and really think about these things and decide that you're going to have hope, because reason is a great thing. You can read about reason and the things that make sense in life, but hope and faith go a lot farther than reason. You also need to be grateful, and be grateful for what you have, because I wake up in the morning and I tell myself for 5 or 10 minutes, what am I grateful about? It gets me out of a rut. So if you're in a rut and you're worrying about your problems, you need to stop just focusing on the problems and start waking up in the morning and being grateful for what you have, to change that thought pattern, because 40% of the things that you worry about are never going to happen. So why worry about them? 30% of the things you're worrying about have already happened in the past, and you can't change them. So why worry about them? I'd say 12% of the things you worry about are things that are not even like real. Like, oh, my arm hurts, I wonder if I have a tumor, or my leg hurts, I wonder if it's cancer. Okay, so now we're up to what? 40, 30, 82%. 10% of the things you worry about are what other people think about you, which is ridiculous. Stop worrying about what other people think, because there's nothing you can do about it. So really, logically speaking, instead of worrying about the 82% of things that are never going to happen, that are causing you to focus on those things, there's 8% of possibilities in life that can actually go wrong. And you want to change your perspective and have more of a focus on those things that you can control and not the things that you can't control. So if you're worrying every day and you're stressing out and it's taking control of your entire life, do me a favor, break the cycle mentally. Get up in the morning, spend 10 minutes with yourself writing down everything that you're grateful for and what you want out of life, and you'll see your life changing. Guys, that's one to grow on. Have a great day.